today's another segment with Relax and Paint. And what you guys have asked me for numerous times is to teach you more about fabric painting. So today I'm going to show you a quick, fun way for you to try fabric painting and an easy way to achieve a good look. All right. So I'm going to wish you a great week and a good day. And I hope that you take a deep breath and relax and be creative. Creativity makes a big difference in our lives. I appreciate all your support and everything that you guys have asked me for, your nice comments, and please keep sharing with your friends. The more people that watch our Relax and Paint, the more I'm able to get on and do more. And lots more. And I also have YouTube lives, and that's something new, so check those out. And any of the supplies I use, you can go to www.onestroke.com. That's my technique, is one stroke. Thank you so much. I'm going to take a deep breath and get started. So we are going to go to the overhead camera. So way over here. So let's pull you guys over here. So we're ready to go. All right. So I am going to, first thing, I've got a tote. See, I've got a tote. I put some shiny paper I had inside. It can be wax paper. It can be whatever, but I don't want it to go through to the second side. This is something I do on a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a tote bag, or this fun little, we sell these little totes. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I drew out, and I don't know if you can see it, but it is, I just took a pencil. I have fabric pencils too that I use, but I can stencil after, or I can stencil before. Now I want you to see, I've just made a large circle and a small one and some little pieces here. All right, so we're going to come back up and show you really quick the stenciling I like. I like to just come in here, and I want to make sure that I kind of avoid some of the flower area. It doesn't matter, I can paint right over it. Or you can paint first, but I didn't want that to try to dry while you're watching. So I paint, and then I can, when it's all dry, I can lay this over and put some paint on it and avoid the flowers. So you can do that too. Okay. Now I used a stencil that's got lots of paint on it so that you could see it easily. Is that a good excuse? So I'm going to do my background with, we're using Fabric Creation fabric ink, and this color is turquoise. And what you're going to get is a really soft feel, and you don't really have to have that soft feel or worry about washing a whole lot for totes, because the paint really doesn't come out when you're on a tote unless you get it right away. Okay, so I want to get a light color, so I'm rubbing it into my painter sponges, and these are dry. I don't want this wet, and because I don't want it to bleed. And I'm going to have this coming off the top up here. So I'm just laying it down, or you can tape it down, and you can tap, but I do a little rubbing motion, a circular rubbing motion. Okay. Now you can do less or more, but look how fast that turns into some. Actually, I went up there and I didn't choose to go up there. I wasn't paying attention, but I can show you that I can do some extra strokes around to get that look for us. Okay, so cover up that look if I don't like it. Now I can get a little bit white in here. And I can change the color like an ombre. See, I barely faded into there. Faded into there. So it's heavier and darker. I'm going to get a little bit darker again in here. Now some of this is going to be covered, but I can go ahead and do a little bit in here. Let's see. So you just keep lifting it to see. I also, I'm going to wipe some of that off. I also can come up here and just do a little bit off the bottom. We have all kinds of stencils. If you check out the stencils, I mostly use stencils for this kind of this type of effect. Okay, I can also use a little stencil like this to bring out extra little flowers from the side of my painting. See, you don't want those lines, so that's why tape might help. So I'm going to come from this way so I don't get to the edge. Okay, so what I would do here is just come on out and do a few more flowers. As long as I don't do, there we go. See, I covered it. And those kind of look like the little hydrangeas we're doing. Hydrangea. Drain. I've just been taught that I'm saying it wrong, so there we go. Now, so that's quick and easy. Now let me show you. I didn't like that I touched that, so look. I can just brush that sponge all the way across and just give it a border, and also take some of it on the handle. And it just looks like a wash. See that? I'll do it on the back one later. There we go. See? Just gives a little bit of a wash. It doesn't look like it here, but it's covered really well from me looking at it, but I know it doesn't look like it there. All right, so there's always a way to fix anything that you're not happy with. Okay, so I'm going to put my sponge in the water because I'm not going to use that anymore. Okay, now there's different ways to use our fabric paint. I can come in here, and this is going to be royal blue. I can come in here, whoops. Okay, I dropped the lid, so we'll leave that lid. Get it later. I'm afraid it's going to tip on me, so I get it anyway. All right, so the key is to watch this, turn it off, go get your supplies, and paint with me. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a 16 flat or a 12 flat. All right, and I'm going to take this blue. This is royal blue, and I'm going to, oops, I strung it across. I'm doing all the mistakes just on purpose to show you how to fix them. Okay, I am going to get a bigger brush. All right, because I'm just base coating the background. Now, while this is wet, which means you've got to do each one as you do it, you want plenty of paint, and you want it wet. Okay. There we go. So that's the first color. Now I strung it across here, but what I do is I flick this when I'm over, and then it covers anything I'm unhappy with. All right, so I've got the blue. I'm going to come in here and pick up some white. I'm side loading the white. And I'm going to go around the edge. I picked up the two colors, and I don't want you to see the edge, so I'm going to go all around the edge with the blue, side loaded with the white. All right, so we don't see a hard edge. See that dry brush look? All right, I don't want that, so I'm going to come in here. All right, so this fabric paint is wonderful. We've got all kinds of beautiful colors, and you can get sets of it too, where we put together a set of my colors I use a lot. All right, the stiffer the brush, the better, so don't use a real soft brush. All right, so there's some other ways too. You can do a flat flat, flat, and get a flat effect on the edges. All right, so when I do that, I do blue on one side, white on the other, and I can just go back and forth. Okay, so what's happening, I don't want to see that real grainy look, so I can come right back on here. See that back and forth? Slip, slap, slip, slap. One side, watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back and forth. All right, so you can go for that dreamy effect, or you can keep picking up the blue, side loading the white, and now what I'm going to do is do a little gingerbread man. There's his head, 2 arms, and 2 legs. See, I'm pushing and I'm turning, I'm pushing that white out. Okay, so I would use a smaller brush probably. And this is what I'm going to pour a little bit more blue out. And I want to show you that, oh, I poured way too much blue out. Let me show you one of the things I like to do. I like to come in here and let's add a little bit of purple. Now this paint is kind of runny looking. The consistency is a little different. So I use my double loader usually. I just didn't have it right in front of me. And that keeps that paint separated. So look, I can put some purple in here. Just on the inside. And get a nice little shade. All right, and the paint being put down first helps it move easier for me. Okay, so let's use a smaller brush. Okay. See how it runs into each other? That's why I love putting in the double loader so I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to get some purple. I grabbed a little bit of the blue too. What? Let's see. All right, this purple is called African Violet. All right. So we're going to grab white and I'm going to come in here and do a smaller petal with a, I think I got the 8. Did I just grab that? No, this is a 12 too. I'm trying to get, I had a 16 earlier. So what I'm doing is I'm alternating the colors I'm picking up. Okay, so let me show you what I'm doing. I'm going to pick up paint and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Pick up more paint. I got blue this time and I'm going to layer. So you're not going to see every petal, so the complete flower. So sometimes I just do 3 and layer 3 more. You have to keep picking up paint so it covers. So all I'm worried about, look, is the white. I'm getting the shape of the white. See, I'm putting pressure so the white pushes out. Watch this, touch, push, stand up, push, stand up. And when you push, it makes it curve out. So you don't have to do this big whoop with your brush. Push. Are you relaxing? Are you thinking, wow, those look easy? Now this whole hydrangea can be slip slapped, or you can do individual petals. Okay, and we kind of want a dreamy look. And so I'm putting blue and purple. So all we want to do is every once in a while you get a nice petal. Okay, so I can come in here now. You're going to have heavy paint on your brush to do this. And I keep coming in with white. See, I'm trying to make it dreamy looking so it's darker into light. Okay, so look, I want to come over here, and I had some small little pieces. And these are just going to be soft on the edges. Like, I'm just dabbing it like. So remember what I said, you want to see movement, so just bring some white in there. Okay, and that's kind of what we did over here. Okay, and I have another one in here. These are just little small hydrangeas that are just starting. Purple and blue. Okay, so if I put that in there first, then I'm grabbing thick white, fresh white, I guess I mean. Slip, slap, slip, slap. And then I can just come here and just do a little bits on the outside edge. Okay, so what I want you to see is that you can take a smaller brush, really small, a 6 or an 8, and I'm getting the paint on there, and I'm side loading the white. So I can just do a few little ones. So you're just going for illusion. Come over here a little bit. And so I could just put a couple, just a couple petals, and that's it. So let me come over here and show you. So all over this slip slap area, you could just put a few petals, just a few, and it looks like something. It looks like it's a flower. Okay, so look, we're going to put this in here. Okay. Now is it looking like something? See, we start seeing. Okay, so I'm not going to clean the brush, but I am going to come in here and pick up some green. So I'm going to use that teal. You'll be a lot happy with a double loader to separate these colors. All right, so I'm working in the teal. That was turquoise, I'm sorry. The turquoise and the lime and a little bit of white. Turquoise and lime and white. Now, so I'm going to come in here, and you can just dry brush some of this. You know, tap, 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 tap. Oh, and I have medium. This is textile medium right here. We have 8 ounce and 2 ounce. And that's going to move for me if I want it to move better. So I just dip a little bit and come out here. Now let me tell you what you use this textile medium for mostly. If you don't have our fabric inks, which wash beautifully, soft, wonderful, and you want your paint to stay nice on your clothing or your fabric, you can use my multi-surface or regular acrylic paint and dip it in just like I'm using it here. Dip it often into the medium, and if I'm in my palette, I just leave it in the center of the palette and my little cubby there. Okay, so I wanted to bring aqua into the leaf. And so I'm going to pull the stem in the middle. And I know you don't see that very well. Let's put a few stems out here. I hope you're enjoying this morning. See? All right, I'm going to get, that was my big, large leaf. So I can come right here, picking up a little bit of white. And that medium helps me move a little bit. So I hope this inspires you. And so many people are worried about working with this paint or working on fabric. And one of the things I like to do most is stencil to get dimension and base coat underneath before I paint. So I want to show you a little rose on here. See, we pull this here, and you can do a couple little veins into the leaf if you want. I usually don't, but I was just going to show you those. Okay, so let's go back down to my 16. And I want a little bit of white and medium. Okay, so with the medium, I can stroke it more. Okay, medium. I keep dipping into that medium just so you see. And this will make the little leaves for us. Medium, work it in. All right, a little bit over here. You can tell I need paint. Push. See, if you have the medium in there, it does that. You saw how I had to keep stroking it over here. So we can come out here. And those little flowers popping around it. Okay, remember what I said? I don't like that I strung that across the blue. Well, I would come out here now and put the little leaves. Medium and some green. You can also dry brush like this, a little painted look, where you just stroke it and it just gives you a little bit of illusion in the background. And let's move that medium one more time. Now, I hope you like that. I just thought, let's do something light and fun and see if it inspires you. And then I want to see your fabric painting on the Facebook group. Okay, so one of the things I can do right here is I can come around here and ruffle this edge. You see? All right, I want to do it over here. I think that'll show you better. Okay, so I'm going to side stroke white. So I put the paint on first. And side stroke some white. And then I can rub it in. You guys inspire me. I want to come and do all these fun things. And you guys make me want to do it. Because I know with all your kind comments that you are learning. Okay, so I'm going to come up and maybe right here. So let's put, how about a purple lavender rose bud? All right, so get my purple. Remember what I said that was, is African violet. So let's put it right in here. So sometimes I just make an oval purple color, and then it's all ready for me to stroke on. There's the U. And we'll do another one. And there. So a little bit of purple. Okay, so let's come down here. Okay, so this is what I said I do. I just put it all purple. Because you're putting a wet surface to paint on top of, and it makes it really easy to then stroke on top of it. So it's got to be base coated first. Darn, I need more purple. Oh my gosh, I've got a lot of purple. What am I thinking? There we go. Purple. And I can go right over that stencil, it's fine. So I'm going to do 3. So what you have to have is you have to have the purple, and then you side stroke white each time. And one more. Get some white. Okay. A U. Another U. Okay. And we're just doing short little strokes. With fabric, sometimes that works better. But that's why you want the purple underneath. Okay. And to finish this off, I have a couple things I do. I'm going to do some little calyx or little leaves at the bottom. Usually do about 3. And I put just a little bit of that turquoise and then the lime. Okay, so there we are. And especially nice if you like purples, lavenders. Okay, there we go. Now, last little thing I want to do is put little teeny dots inside of the hydrangea. And the hydrangea looks really good when you put either one little spot or multiples. And this is dip dot. You dip it in to the paint with the handle of the brush or a sharpened pencil. Where's my pencil? Look, the pencil makes smaller ones for me. Dip, dot, dot. See how it starts coming alive? Little dots in around your clusters. And even over here, some of these little guys. So we used 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. And look at all the pretty shades we got. All right. So, I know you can't really see this in the camera, it looks like, but this, if you want to bring in a little bit of white, it'll help you see maybe. Okay, there we go. So see how just a little bit of stencil fills in the pretty piece. And I've done checkerboard around here or stripes. I've done all kinds of fun looks. So today's all about fabric. I hope you enjoyed it. We have a multitude of colors. You can use any of your acrylic colors and the fabric medium. So you saw I loaded the brush with white and say Juneberry. Then I dipped it in the medium, worked it in, and then put it on. So that'll help you. And I also use the medium if I need it to spread more. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next week. Please share pictures with me, and please tell your friends to come join us. I'll relax and paint. Thank you.